Today, Precarious plays
Lost Kingdoms 2. You know, whenever they're powered up like this, they're not bad fighters.
Yeah.
Just deploying this team of a water elemental and then 2 Undini. I wonder if that works for the Dryads as well. Have I lost my mind? Ooh, okay, no, I just haven't gone all the way through yet. I want to talk a little bit about speculative design again. Oh, let me take a quick break here just so I can gather my thoughts so I'm not rambling. This game, I think that it could benefit greatly from a sequel to this game.
Yeah.
Could benefit from a design reminiscent of it's this design trend that I'm a big fan of, that I've seen develop very slowly over the years. I think I'm trying to think of the first time I saw it, which is why my brain is stalling out. Like, I'm trying to go really far back. And it's not doing me any favors. So I'm just going to skip ahead to more modern entries, and then maybe the older ones will come to me. Hollow Knight and Hyperlight Drifter both come to mind. They are games where you have powerful arcane or magical or ranged abilities that you only get back from close quarters combat, which is significantly more dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Give me just a second because I have 20 cards left and I want to see if I get them all back between missions here. 20 cards. 20 cards. Okay, so I do get them all back, so I can fight. Reckless Abandoned. Is that
a Valkyrie?
No, it's not quite right.
It's mad. Its
right?
eyes are mad.
Because the Valkyrie that we met before didn't have tan skin.
And angry eyes.
Yeah. I wonder if I should try to capture one. Whoa, that is a nine-tailed fox. From that was available in the first game. Do I have a capture card with me? Jeez, I wonder if I should have come here with like 8 capture cards.
You should have come here with 50 capture cards.
Well, time to just fight them all, I guess.
I mean, it's the only thing that you can use money on anymore, really, anyways, right?
Right, because I have 3 or 4 copies of everything that the shop sells.
See, so there. Doesn't the guy who sells you the capture cards make jokes about the economy?
He makes all kinds of jokes. He's a real clever fucker, let me tell you that. He's like, oh, well, capture cards cost 10,000 G now. Inflation's a bitch, isn't it? And I'm like, you're the bitch. Give me my card. Fucking dick. I think it really is up to 10,000, which is why I'm so mad. What are you? Oh, that's a little salamander. Okay, so that means I need to...
I can't believe that nine-tailed fox. It's like somebody left a Ninetales plushie out in the rain with anger. With like something sad on its mind.
You know what this game is, now that I think about it?
What?
This game is just angry Pokemon.
Edge Pokemon. Oh, man. Yeah, looking at that. Ah, Ninetales. You know, Ninetales was the thing that got me interested in Pokemon.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was like, dang, what is that? That looks so cool. And they're like, oh, it's a Pokemon. And you can... And it was funny because at the time, the Ninetales that I saw was, I think, on the back of a Lunchables. Did you ever eat Lunchables or have friends who ate Lunchables?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for a little while, some of the Lunchables were running a Pokemon promotion where the back of the box would have cards on it. Little mini cards, like thumb-sized cards that you could cut off the back and just enjoy as a small child with things that, like, it's just like a little thingy. It's like a little tiny bit of art to keep in your, like, I don't know, pencil box or something. Like, now it seems stupid, but when I was a little kid, I was like, oh man, I've got to have the Ninetales one. And sometimes, I mean, I didn't always get to have the Lunchables because the Lunchables were a silly thing that my mother found to be generally void of nutrition. But, sometimes parents get tired and you get Lunchables, right? But whenever that promotion was going, I thought the fox was cool. I thought it was the coolest. I thought the birds were really cool too. And so I started collecting everybody else's, like, backs of their Lunchables.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was an art thing. I didn't understand that there was a fully fledged, like, IP of a card game, a television show, and a video game.
Well, that's the beauty of Pokemon.
Okay,
what isn't Pokemon? Especially now. Did you know that there is a... You say that it's an art thing, right?
Yeah.
Have you played or, seen, experience... have you engaged with... Dang, what's it called? It's
like Pikachu Draws.
Right, that's the one.
Is it? I know that it's not called that, but it's like...
I can't remember the title, but it's like a little dealie that teaches you to draw through the medium of Pokemon.
Well, Pokemon caught fire very quickly. And it also helped me identify my nerd friends because I didn't really fit in very well in general. And then I was like, oh, these Pokemon things are cool. And then the nerd friends showed up and they were like, did you just say something I like was cool? Huh? And then it's like, oh, yes, this is how I make my first friends. We all like cool, weird animals that are not real on cards and play games with them, and it's fun. So that was like one of my very early, like, friend building experiences. And I remember... First, like, this happened really quickly over, like, the span of probably not even a full school year. I was like, oh, Lunchables promotion, collecting these little cards, and then I start talking about them to other people, and then, fans of the, like, the full Pokemon experience are like, you don't know that that's a card game, like, with full-size cards? And I'm like, no. And they're like, we're bringing them tomorrow. Okay? And so then I was like, oh, shit. Pokemon cards. And then, like, very soon after, it was like, oh, shit. Pokemon Game Boy. Shit. Pokemon on the Game Boy in black and white. And I didn't play it because I didn't have it, and... but I had friends who had it. And then, like, for a little bit, there was this thing where you could, like, print out little pictures of Pokemon on your Game Boy. Do you remember that? There was, like, a black and white, like, dot matrix style type of weird attachment for the Game Boy.
Yeah, it was actually really, mechanically, technologically sophisticated.
I remember it blowing my mind.
Different. It was, I think at the time it was like the world's smallest printer.
I bet you it was. It was so cute and super cool. And it's funny because, like, I collected the Pokemon cards but never played Pokemon.
Yeah. Because
I was in it because I liked the illustrations. And so I would always trade away all my energy cards so I couldn't actually play the game. I was like, what is this stupid logo thing? Get rid of that. Give me another Ninetales. It's like
bunch of ponies that crap.
Yeah. Well, and I remember, like, having a conversation with somebody. It might have been your friend, it might have been
A friend.
a friend.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, like, anyways, one of our friends, he explained to me, and he's like, oh, no one's explained to you the card game. I'm like, no, I'm uninitiated. I am here for the art. What is happening here? And they were like, oh, you haven't been keeping any of those cards? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I have a big stack of them, but I've just been giving them away. Like, I haven't even been trading them. They're like, well, trade them, and also don't give them all away, because then you can't play the game. And then we sort of sat down, and I listened to them talk about the game and what the game was about, and I was like, that sounds nice. And then I never actually got together the cards to play, and ended up with like a 3-ring binder full of card sleeves and like 8 energy. Like total, not even of each type, just total. So if you would like to play the Pokemon trading card game, at some point, I have just about the perfect format, like the perfect environment to play it in. Because I don't think I like it as much as Chandelar on PC and what that game does for Magic the Gathering. But I do quite love the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy Color. So if at any point you want to sit down and see what like the game is about, it's not bad. Well, I've played it with you a couple of times, but
I don't have any recollection of that. Is it time for the episode to be over? I hope so.
Yeah.
We've never played the Pokemon trading card game together.
Have we not?
No.
I don't
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, we haven't. Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end.
You kicked my ass, and I'm still mad about it.
I did not kick it. I kicked your ass? I don't even remember that. I just remember playing with you.
I made both decks and let you pick which one. Like it was the person that slices the cake. One person slices the cake, and then the other person gets to pick.
The deck.
I thought I had made 2 even slices of cake.
And you looked over, and
me.
then suddenly I had like a whole cake.
And it's like, shit, I thought I was being fair. No, your deck. I mean...
No, but Pokemon... You don't have to talk about it. I'm talking about other stuff.
I'm not talking about it. Hey, is this the... Oh, so is it... Now does it start locking you in until... When do the doors open? Oh. Okay, so it does get harder as you go down. Yeah.
So, what I was talking about...
Are we done? Are we done today?
We are done today. What I was talking about is that Pokemon is actually partially responsible for my interest in video games, period. Because, like, I got to video games in such a roundabout way. Like, remember how we were talking about before... like, the first video game I ever played was in Mexico with my cousins. And it was, like, Super Mario. And then, like, it was just a thing that I did one day, and it was interesting, and then I didn't interact with video games again for, like, another couple of years, you know? And then it was like, oh, Pokemon are cool. And that was a fad for a little bit. And then it turned into, like, a long-lasting interest. You know? But, like, it was never like, here, child, here is a game console, and you may now explore this medium. It was always like other people were playing, and I was on the outside going like, huh, interesting.